My older brother was a wonderful guy. My younger brother was a spoiled brat, and still is.
You little devil, you.
But we had a good life, I'll tell you. We had a great mother and father, both of them, just wonderful. I had West Point was a small town, great place to grow up. Right on the water, 3 rivers. When West Point was the point of 2 rivers, which formed the York. And we had wonderful football teams. I played basketball, football, and baseball. Now, Bernie didn't play as much as I did, but he was a wonderful guy. The town bully one day was picking on me. So Bernie walked up to him and said, "Leave him alone." And this town bully said, "What are you going to do about it?" He drew back and hit him right smack in the face, right in the eye. Knocked him down, embarrassed him in front of everybody. He wasn't a town bully anymore. Got up with a black eye and went on home, and that cured him from being the town bully, because he was so embarrassed. But I was really proud of Bernie. He just stepped right in front of me and hit that guy right smack in the eye. That was great. Stop it for a while.
No.
Oh, I gotta think.
Tell me the story about the one with your bicycle and the car that you had to take all out and put it back together. Remember? You don't remember that?
Oh, during the war, automobiles were hard to find to start with. But tires were terrible. You couldn't buy tires. So some guy wrecked this Buick over, anyway, outside of town. So Dad bought the car for the tires. It just rolled over and crashed the roof in. So he gave me the car. So me and another guy worked on it every day. Got that car running, and we didn't drive it out on the streets because we didn't have license plates. But we'd drive up down the alleys. So anyway, Dad came home one day and the car was missing, because we were driving up the alley. So he gave me hell. I said, "Dad, you gave it to me." He said, "But I didn't think you'd ever get it running." So anyway, he was going to give me a motorbike. In those days, we used to buy motors from Sears and Roebuck, which they sold power washing machines when people didn't have electricity. Anyway, he was going to give me one of those and put on my bike, because that's what the kids did. They put these motors on their bicycles, so they had a motorized bike. Well, they couldn't buy any more of them. They didn't make them anymore. I mean, because everything was going to the war. So that's all that story. I forgotten what I did. You see that, turn around, what's on the other side? Oh my Lord.
Now talk about you and Grandma. How y'all met. Your
Well-
marriage, your wedding.
How we met? Well, Mickey came to visit a friend who went to, they went to college together. And she came over to visit this girl who lived in King and Queen County, Dot Bland. And this girl asked us to find a date for her, and there was another girl coming. Well, for some reason, the other girl couldn't make it. And I was supposed to date the other girl, but we told Bob Cox, who was gonna date Mickey, that his date couldn't come, so I dated Mickey.
You stole her.
A pretty little girl, a little country girl. This is as pretty as she could be. Anyway, I started dating her. I was in the Army. And when I got back from overseas, I came home and I dated her. And Dad told me Daddy had given my two brothers cars for wedding presents. Because they had both gotten married, and he gave them each one a car for a wedding present. And I told him that wasn't fair. I said, just because I wasn't dumb enough to get married when I was in the teens, I thought he was not being right with me. So he said, okay, son, I was getting ready to go overseas to Korea. He said, okay, son, when you get home, I'll buy you a car. So when I got back to the United States, I called Dad collect from San Francisco when I got ashore and told him that I had made it. I said, don't forget your deal we had. He said, I haven't forgotten it. You get what you want. So when I got back to Fort Monmouth, New Jersey, I went down to the car dealer and bought me a 51 Ford convertible, brand new, nice car. Anyway, that's how I got my car. I didn't have to get married to get it. I was too smart to get married when I was a teenager. So anyway, that's where I got my car. The end.
It's Mickey's turn now.